Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. I can't say that we had the most incredibly productive day of all time today. It was a weird, not really weird, but just like very eye-opening realization that it happened today when Claude and Whisperflow were down at the same time, and I felt like utterly incompetent for like 30 minutes. It was actually a little bit like kind of like a shock to the system. Like obviously we still ended up getting work done, but it was pretty interesting to see what happens when like Claude's down for the morning, Whisperflow was not working, and then my mouse died. So I was like operating off the trackpad on my laptop with no Whisperflow, and Claude was all of it was gone. And there was like a 45-minute block where none of that existed, and it was a weird flash of like, imagine trying to explain that to someone in like 1940. Like, oh yeah, Claude, Whisperflow, and my Magic Mouse were all down, so I wasn't as productive in the morning. It was kind of crazy to think about, but I think the slow burn onto AI is really making it like pretty obvious how much we are being dependent on it when something like that happens today. So it was pretty interesting, and I'm honestly very disappointed in myself in my inability to recover after that had happened. My first call was at 1 today, and I ended up basically like having a pretty solid like early morning. I did get up a little bit later than expected today, and I had a pretty solid like early morning. We're actually like, believe it or not, came up with a very good iteration of our onboarding process. Honestly, like this has literally been all I've been thinking about are these critical tasks, and it's pretty awesome when you have like one thing to meta think about. Like of course you have a lot of like little things to think about, but it's pretty cool when you have like one big old thing to think about, and then your subconscious is just constantly like processing it, and then you're looking for ways to solve that subconsciously throughout the day. And today when I was just going through, because Wednesday is like my big click up, we call it clear the pie day, where it's like videos that I need to review, assignments that I need to send out to the team. It's like my project manager day for script writing and video review. And now that like I know what I need to be looking for in this client onboarding process, what details do we need from the clients in order to make sure that everybody has what they need in order to succeed in the day-to-day, like do their job efficiently, but more importantly, get the clients really good results. And when I'm in these like deep in the trenches working day to day is lately when I've been finding some of the biggest breakthroughs. And we've just been like hitting the thing with a pickaxe, just like getting closer and closer to the goal of our onboarding process, and I'm really excited about it. But nonetheless, I really did not get a lot of my ClickUp tasks done today, and a lot of it's seeping over into tomorrow, unfortunately. But what I did do was set my pins up really well for tomorrow. This thing, setting up your pins, is actually kind of catching on. I talked about this on my Instagram story a little bit a couple of days ago, and a lot of people were liking it and swiping up and saying, hey, this is good stuff. So I'm going to continue talking about setting up the pins, where it's like my tabs are already open for tomorrow that I need with all the context that I need to get started in my work, and nothing else and no other distractions. So I just wake up, turn the computer on, and get to work. So that's what we got set out for tomorrow. Today, we did do some reach outs within the ACQ Vantage community. I've been starting to get more active in that. It's cool getting back into like the communities and being able to interact with other business owners on like a friendly and fun basis when you finally have bought back a little bit of your time. You're not like actually working like 16 hours throughout the day. So it's pretty cool to be able to get back into that mode of like connecting, helping people out. So that was fun. I did a workout today. I was talking with my coach, and she was like, we gotta really ease you back in and just go on like snail mode for a little bit. So the workout was 0.5 miles and then a specific set of dynamic exercises and then another 0.5 miles, and then come back and then do a specific set of stretches. So I got that done today. And then I was also talking with Claude. Claude was back up, and we built this mobility plan. What up, Bo? My dog is back in New York. Just like morning breaks at the desk, pre-run, post-run, and then before bed stretching routine. Because I think that's why I keep getting knee injuries or IT band injuries or shin injuries, is because I'll go out and run, I'll stretch before, I'll stretch after, and then I'll just sit down for 12 hours. It's like, okay, well, probably gonna be difficult. And Claude was saying like, it doesn't matter. You could stretch in the morning and at night, but if you're sitting for 12 straight hours, basically, with the only exception being to like get up and go to the bathroom a couple of times and get up and eat lunch once, like that's not very feasible. So we've got a stretching plan in place. we're going to do the snail protocol for the first few weeks. Getting back into it, like 1.5, 2 miles at a time, lots of stretching, lots of gym, and then deciding which race we're going to do in October, because there's the Great New York State Marathon happening. That was the first marathon I ever ran with zero training, signed up the day before, and they also have a half marathon, so it's like a loop the lake, so it's either one lap around the lake or 2 laps around the lake for the marathon, 1 lap being the half marathon, and my mom's doing the half marathon, so I'm signing up as well. And the winner of the half last year got 122, but the average is usually like 114, 115 that the winner gets. So I'm thinking we can do like 26 weeks of training. We could pull that time off. And then the winner of the marathon usually gets around 250. So debating which one we'll do. My coach and I were like, yeah, let's give it a few weeks of training, get back into it, and then we'll decide which one we want to do. So that's what I got for the workout today. Deep work, like I said, doing some shallow work, and then ended up getting some deep stuff done. The big breakthrough was the clients aren't the ones that select the pillars. They give us the base level information that only they have and we can't discover about them. So like, I mean, a lot of it's stuff we can discover, but stuff that's better said from them. Like, what are their favorite posts in their voice the most? How do they want to come across in their content? Who do they want to reach? Like, that's definitely a them question. And then for us, we can take everything we said in their form they said in their form plus the onboarding call, and then come up with their content pillars instead of asking the client to create the content pillars. That was the big realization today. Lessons and notes, waking up early is always real important. Every time that I'm not on time with the 5 a.m., it seems like the day just like kind of doesn't go my way. I don't know if that's just me. But yeah, waking up early, really important. I will not be doing it tomorrow though. I will be sleeping with no alarm because A, it's 9:30 right now, and B, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are all going to be like low sleep days because I'll be traveling starting Friday. My flight leaves at 7:15. So it means I got to leave here at like 4:50 because TSA and stuff. I'd prefer not to miss the flight. So that'll be a low night of sleep. And then Saturday we'll be working all day with the client. And then Sunday I'll be Ubering from Sarasota to Miami. Meeting out with 3 friends in Miami. And then flying out of Miami at 10 p.m., landing in Phoenix at 11:59 p.m. Sunday night. And then getting up and getting after it on Monday. So I'm going to charge my batteries a little bit tonight. Get my extra juice ready to go. And then other things, just thinking ahead. I think short-term thinking / midterm thinking is like, I want to win a half marathon or I want to win a marathon. So I'm going to go out and run as fast as I can, as far as I can, as long as I can, as much as I can. I think that's like short to midterm thinking. Long-term thinking is like, yeah, you might get 19 weeks through the training block, but you're going to injure yourself if you're not stretching, if you're not doing mobility throughout the day, if you're not eating right. Like, you won't be able to make it through the block and get to the goal you want. It's not as straightforward as just like brute force. Like, brute force is nice. Like, you got to be able to dig deep when there's someone that's on your ass or there's someone that's right in front of you and you want to beat them and you're on mile 15 out of a 15-mile race and you want to beat the person in front of you. Like, yeah, you got to find that grit. You got to have that gear inside. It helps to have the gear. It's good to know that you have the gear. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war zone. It's good to know you have the gear, but it's like, if we're on that gear all the time, we're not thinking about anything else, that's when we get injured. And injuries aren't fun, I'm finding. Anyways, that's what I got for you. It's Wednesday. Tomorrow we've got a really big day ahead. Pins are set up. Let's freaking knock them down tomorrow. Also, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, and I'm real excited about that. I am due for a haircut. I haven't got a haircut since before Hawaii. It was February last time I got a haircut, so I'm stoked. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And we get a good dinner tomorrow too if we get all our tasks done. So, see you there.